Sometimes you just need to get a presentation done, be it for your work or a uni project, but as luck would often have it, nothing comes to your mind. The creative spark just isn't there. Maybe the project your manager gave you isn't that interesting, or maybe you're just trying to get a better grade at the end of a semester. We've all been there. Whatever the case may be, the deadline is set and the presentation is not gonna do itself. Unless you will. In this video, I'll show you how I go from an idea and a single prompt to a finished presentation using Gamma app in seconds. Or take what you already have, make it clear, on-brand and easy to present, with just a few clicks, and then export to whatever format you need. By the end, you'll have a repeatable workflow that saves time and looks designed. Let's build a real deck, start to finish. In Gamma, type a simple prompt, for example, quartal sales update, reached KPIs, and plans for the next quarter. Select the number of slides you need and hit generate. Just a few seconds later, you've got a full outline, ready to edit however you like, as well as formatting options like the length and themes, which I will leave it as standard for now, to show you how easy it is to change it later, and it's also easier to focus at one thing at a time. For the image source, let's select stock photos for now, and we're pretty much set. But if you need more options, you can hit advanced mode and work on your specific details, like mentioning that this presentation is for a business meeting, for example, or choosing the right tone. Once you're done, hit generate. It's gonna take from a few seconds to a few minutes, depending on the number of slides you selected. And there you have it. That's the magic moment. A full presentation with images and text about the subject we need. And you've probably noticed that it looks very familiar, almost like a PowerPoint presentation, except it's a lot better than one, because we can change anything with just a few taps. Here's how I'd actually edit a slide. Let's say the theme feels a bit off. You can tap here and swap it for one of the pre-made designs, and instantly it looks rather polished than generic. Then maybe an image doesn't fit either, so click on it, which will give you a drop-down menu with lots of options like removing the background, upscaling the image, or replacing it entirely, either with another stock image, or even generate one of your own. There's lots of sources to choose from. Gamma even suggests prompts for new ones, but you can type one of your own if you want something specific. As for text, editing is just as easy. You just select the part you need and the menu pops up again, with all kinds of formatting options and features like adding a hyperlink, for example. You can even visualize the text or drop your raw thoughts into it and Gamma will summarize it for you. It can also improve your writing, simplify your language, or even translate the text for you, which is neat if you speak multiple languages, and sometimes it's easier to express yourself in different languages, but the presentation still needs to be done in one. Or maybe you just need a presentation done in 2 languages. It's all doable with just a few clicks. On the right side, you can see this bar with lots of options like adding your own photos, videos, or even music. But what I want to pause on is how easy it is to create and edit charts and diagrams. There are lots of pre-made ones. Just select the one you need or drag them into the slide, double tap it, and adjust as needed. Simple as that. Now, all of this also works with notes you already have, so you don't have to start from scratch every time. For example, here's a script of mine for a video I've done. Let's import it into Gamma and see what happens. Because there's more text, it automatically switches to the freeform tab, but we still get all the same editing options. But this time, let's select AI-generated images and see how well it does. As keywords, we'll add crisp and minimalistic, and I'll probably stick to the photorealistic style, but we can change that later should we want to. And just like before, we get a full presentation with just a single tap. I actually like how the AI images turned out. They do look photorealistic, and not in a way that AI images usually look. But the presentation still looks a bit generic, so let's make it ours. Starting with a theme, we'll click through a few of these and see what looks best. And once we have our theme, we can move to editing the presentation. I also feel like we need another slide here, so let's add one, select the template, and let's call it "Should You Switch?" Let's also add an image, say switching from Spotify to Apple Music. Use the Enhance the Prompt feature and see how it works. Perfect. It came up with an image that also color matches the theme of our presentation. So let's see what we've got by pressing Present. As you can see, it automatically added transitions and animations to each slide, and the overall presentation looks very coherent. So let's go and export it. You can save it in whatever format you need. But what stands out more is how easily you can share the link and have someone jump in to collaborate. Instead of passing around different versions, you both work in the same space and see changes live. A small thing, but it makes the whole process smoother. And by the way, since Gamma runs in the browser, you can use it on any of your devices by visiting gamma.app. So inviting someone is super easy, since they can access it even from their phone. From there, the rest is simple. Notes turn into tidy slides, the slides look well designed. And that's when you realize the tool never got in your way, it just helped the idea land. You make small edits when you need to, the story holds together, and your questions stay about the idea, not the file. And that is the whole point.